It was a Tuesday, a perfectly ordinary Tuesday, in the quiet little town of Oak Haven. The sun rose as usual, painting the sky in hues of soft pink and gold. Birds chirped their usual morning melodies, dogs barked their customary greetings, and cats purred their contentment on sun-warmed windowsills. No one could have predicted that this particular Tuesday would shatter the silence of the animal kingdom forever. The first sign came subtly, in Mrs. Gable's kitchen. Her Siamese cat, Jasper, a creature of refined tastes and a penchant for dramatic size, had been eyeing his breakfast bowl with disdain. Mrs. Gable, humming a tune, scooped out his usual fish-flavored kibble. Jasper twitched an ear. Then, in a clear, slightly nasal voice, he declared, "Honestly, Millicent, is that all there is? I specifically requested the salmon pâté." Mrs. Gable dropped the scoop. Her jaw hung open. Jasper, meanwhile, looked up, blinked slowly, and repeated, "The salmon pâté, if you please. My constitution simply cannot abide this dry fare." Similar scenes unfolded across Oak Haven. Old Man Hemlock, known for his gruff demeanor and his equally gruff bulldog Brutus, nearly had a heart attack when Brutus, mid-snore, rumbled, "Could you turn down that blasted news channel, George? A dog needs his beauty sleep, you know." In the town park, children playing near the duck pond shrieked in delight and terror as the ducks began squawking, not in their usual incoherent manner, but in perfectly enunciated complaints about the stale breadcrumbs and the lack of decent swimming space. "And tell that boy," quacked one particularly indignant mallard, pointing a wing at a bewildered 5-year-old, "that if he splashes me one more time, he's getting a bill to the face." Chaos, both delightful and terrifying, erupted. Humans initially disbelieving, then amazed, then utterly overwhelmed, struggled to comprehend. Zoos became cacophonies of opinions, demands, and philosophical debates. Lions pondered the ethics of captivity. Elephants discussed global politics, and even the timid mice in the corners of homes voiced surprisingly strong opinions on crumb distribution. Scientists were baffled. Biologists hyperventilated. Linguists went into overdrive, desperately trying to transcribe the myriad new dialects emerging from every species. It wasn't just English. Animals spoke in a plethora of human languages, sometimes even switching mid-sentence, as if trying out new vocalizations. The initial novelty quickly wore off, replaced by a profound, sometimes uncomfortable new reality. Pet owners discovered their beloved companions held strong, often critical opinions about their living arrangements, their diets, and their owners' fashion choices. "Must you wear those dreadful Argyle socks, dear?" a poodle might inquire, ruining a perfectly dead morning. Farmers faced new challenges. Cows debated the merits of organic feed versus traditional silage, often refusing to yield milk if their demands weren't met. Chickens held union meetings, refusing to lay eggs unless their coop conditions improved. The sheer volume of animal voices, previously unheard, now filled the air, a constant hum of chatter, complaints, and surprisingly profound observations. Governments convened emergency sessions. Animal rights activists, once fringe figures, suddenly held immense power. Legislation were drafted, debated, and often stalled by interspecies squabbles. A cat might demand a veto on a bill proposed by a dog, citing historical grievances over leash laws. But amidst the pandemonium, something beautiful began to emerge. Humans, forced to truly listen, started to understand. They learned about the intricate social structures of ant colonies, the surprisingly complex emotional lives of fish, and the profound wisdom of ancient tortoises. Communication, once a one-way street, became a vibrant, multi-lane highway. Children, with their innate openness, adapted the quickest. They conversed with squirrels in the park, learning local gossip. They shared secrets with their hamsters, who often offered surprisingly sage advice. The world, once solely human-centric, expanded exponentially, filled with countless new perspectives. Years passed. The initial shock faded into a new normal. Interspecies councils were formed, tackling issues from environmental conservation with impassioned species from endangered species to public transportation with detailed requests from migratory birds. Humanity, humbled and enlightened, began to see itself not as the sole proprietor of the planet, but as one species among many, sharing a common home. Oakhaven, once ordinary, became a microcosm of this new world. Mrs. Gable now consulted Jasper on dinner menus, and Old Man Hemlock found himself engaged in lively political debates with Brutus. The ducks in the park, still opinionated, had a designated quiet zone for meditating ducklings. The day the animals spoke wasn't just about voices being heard, it was about the world finally listening. It was the day humanity learned humility, the day empathy blossomed, and the day the planet truly became a shared living space, echoing with the magnificent, diverse symphony of all its inhabitants.